Guys, I am not gonna lie. I'm a little disappointed with this mask. It is filled with serum, which is great. And I've heard people who've used this. Rhonda, one of the women that comments on my lovely videos, almost every video, I truly appreciate her. She said that she used this mask recently and it made her skin feel amazing. The reason I'm disappointed is because I thought it was going to have like a string of lights or something merry and bright. Instead, it's just plain white, but I was trying to be Christmassy. But it's collagen, vitamin C, ultra moisturizing, plumping, brightening, limited edition essence sheet mask for all skin types. Creme Shop, K-Beauty brand. You guys know, you guys know. If you watch my haul, I got it in a TJ Maxx haul, and I was super excited to see Creme Shop at my TJ Maxx because I have a hard time finding it. Although you guys are always sharing Creme Shop masks in your TJ Maxx hauls, at least from the YouTubers I watch. So, if you guys watched my Mask Monday from 2 weeks ago, I answered 25 questions about Christmas. And I told you 2 weeks from now, I was going to do the last 25 questions. And Charmaine texted me and was like, I would love to join. So last week, when I filled you guys in on my new job, she did the first 25 questions. So now we're caught up. So I'll be linking her down below. And me and her in this video will be answering the last 25 questions. So, number 26. What is your favorite Christmas memory featuring a grandparent? It's actually not that long ago, but it was the last Christmas with my grandfather, and I think that's why it sticks out to me. It was in 2017, because he died of November of 2018, and I had just gotten a new puppy. Her name is Evie. I still have her, but she's living at my mom's house, because when I moved out of my mom's, a lot of the apartments I looked at did not allow dogs. It's a video I have on Snapchat of my dog Evie playing with my grandfather, and my grandfather is petting her and singing to her. My grandfather loved music. He was always singing and whistling. He was always very kind to animals. He had a dog that recently passed away. That was kind of heartbreaking because it was my grandmother's companion after he died. Now they're both gone. But that, I look at it, when I first saw it the year after he died, it showed up as a Snapchat memory for me, and I cried my eyes out. Now, I don't cry, I smile. It's a beautiful memory of him. But yeah, that is one of my memories of Christmas with my grandfather. It was Christmas, we were at my mom's house, we were opening gifts, and the dog crawled onto his lap, and I caught it on Snapchat. Number 27, have you ever sold an unwanted Christmas gift? No, I have never done that. I don't think I've ever sold anything, really. I know people sell stuff on, like, Facebook Marketplace all the time. I'm just always the kind of person, I just donate it to savers. I don't want to deal with the hassle of meeting up with strangers. So yeah, I've never done that. I know people, people sell on eBay too, and I've never done anything like that. Number 28. Would you prefer someone buy something you ask for or have it be a surprise? Kind of both. So I make an Amazon wish list, so that is something I want. Obviously, I'm putting it in the Amazon wish list. But it's a surprise because I don't know what item they're getting me. A lot of people ask, like, Taylor, what do you want for Christmas? And I'll just send them my wish list. Joe, I always give like 5 or 6 ideas. Sometimes I send them direct links. He's the kind of person, you kind of have to be blunt with him. If I just try to hint, he doesn't get the hint. But I don't expect all 5 or 6 things. So it's still a surprise. So it's kind of a mixture of both. Because I do like to be surprised, but obviously I want to get presents that I'm going to use that are functional to me. But I do love a gift that is like very sentimental, that shows the person really thought of me. So that would be a surprise because it's not usually typically things I ask for. Like, I'm trying to think of it. So like, for example, like Joe, wasn't even for Christmas. 2 book club videos ago, no, I'm lying, not 2 book club videos ago, it was a few videos ago. Like last month, we were deciding what book we wanted to read for December, and I had mentioned I wanted to read The Holiday Swap, and he happened to overhear it when I was filming, and he went to Barnes & Noble, and he bought me The Holiday Swap, you know what I mean? So it was something I wanted, but it was a surprise because I hadn't even mentioned it to him. I mentioned it here to YouTube. And that's awesome to me. I love reading, and reading can get expensive. Books can get expensive. So, anyone who gives me books, I love it because it's something I want. And it's a surprise because, I never expect it. And I literally have a million books. I shouldn't say a million. My old Amazon wish list had many hundreds. I mean, a new Amazon wish list because that wish list got like hacked or whatever. And I always link it down below if you guys are curious. Not to buy me anything. You guys asked me to share it, some of you here on YouTube, because you wanted to see what kind of books I like to read. Basically, you guys are taking it almost as a book recommendation list. So yeah, if you guys are curious what kind of books I like to read, definitely go check out that Amazon wish list. How important is gift giving to you? I don't think I don't know, back and forth with this, because gift giving is not important. It's about time spent with family and the memories you make. Truly, I believe that. But gift giving to me is my love language. I love giving gifts. I don't care about receiving them, but I do love giving them. To me, it's like the thrill of Christmas. My brother's girlfriend and my friend Diana, they were joking around about how they can never keep presents a secret and they give it to their boyfriend like right away. And to me, that ruins the thrill of Christmas. Not that Christmas is about gifts, but it's almost like the build up, like, oh, what did he get me? Oh, what did she get me? I wonder what's under the tree. And it's exciting. It's like, I still have that feeling even though I'm not a little kid. You know, it's like, I do wonder like what my present's going to be. And like I said, it doesn't have to be expensive. It can be a $10 book. So in a way, it's important, and in a way, it's not. It's important for me to give gifts. It's not so important for me to receive the gift. But I do love giving presents. I love seeing the person's reaction and making them happy. Number 30, what places do you associate with Christmas? Here in Massachusetts, because it's where I'm from, we have something called La Salette Shrine. It's far from me. It's like 45 minutes, but me and Joe make the trip every year. And it's basically Christmas lights. It's free. It is attached to a church, I believe, so it does have a religious component. If you guys are from Mass and want to check it out, there's a whole area where you can light candles for people's souls, whether it's people that have passed on or people that are currently living. It's really beautiful. And me and Joe, every year, we also go, well, this is a newish tradition because this only started in, I think, 2020. Roger Williams Park Zoo. Every year we used to go for Halloween. They do the pumpkins. That is so much fun. I think they started in 2020. They started doing holiday lights. And that's like $12, and you walk around and they have hot cocoa, and there are animals out sometimes, but it is at night, so you're not paying to see the animals, you're more paying for the holiday lights and the atmosphere. I definitely associate those two things with Christmas. Yeah, because it's like, it's what I look forward to every year, because it's something I can only do once a year. That's why I like holidays and seasonal things. I really relish in those moments. Like doing the gingerbread house. That's not somewhere out. That's just me and Joe at home. But generally, it's something we only do once a year. Same with, Halloween. We only carve pumpkins once a year. Like, it just makes it extra special, And Christmas lights is such a beautiful thing. Sometimes me and Joe will just drive around, and there's a street in a city near us that they go all out every year, and they even match the music to the lights, and I love it. So that always makes me think of Christmas time. 31, what was your most unusual Christmas? Probably the Christmas after my grandfather died, because he passed away literally the week after Thanksgiving. So it was definitely a different Christmas. And then the following year, my cousin's husband passed away the end of October. So that was like, boom. It was so crazy. Like, we were looking at Facebook memories, and there it was 2 years ago. My grandfather was there, and her husband was there in pictures and in videos. And the following year, my grandfather was gone. And 2 years later, my grandfather and her husband were gone. It's just never know. It's crazy. I would definitely say that was an unusual Christmas, because it was sad, We did the best we could to make it a happy occasion, especially for the kids. But it was definitely a sadder Christmas, especially being so close to Christmas. Number 32. What was the worst Christmas you ever had? I guess that one. It wasn't bad. Like I said, we made the best of it, especially for the kids' sake. But it definitely wasn't the most joyful Christmas. In fact, actually, Joe's mom, I'll never forget, because like I said, my grandfather did die the week after Thanksgiving. The day he died, I was at Joe's house. He was still living with his mom. And I was headed to the hospital, and she's like, honey, you didn't even get to eat dinner. And I said, I know, but I have to go. They think this is the end. And she was like, do you want me to make you a sandwich? Like, you didn't even get to eat dinner. I said, okay. So Thanksgiving had just passed, so she had plenty of leftover turkey and stuffing, and she made me like a Thanksgiving sandwich, and I ate it on the road. And then on Christmas, she made another turkey, and I cried. I literally had to leave the dining room, and I went into Joe's room, and I cried, because seeing the turkey reminded me of the turkey sandwich I ate on the way to the hospital at my grandfather's house. And it's weird how all of a sudden these little things can bring flashbacks and memories that literally changes your life. And I remember Joe's sister came into the room, and because she heard me crying, and she's like, are you okay? Is it about your grandfather? And I said, yeah, I know this is weird, but the turkey made me think of him, because your mom made me a turkey sandwich on the way to the hospital. She's like, that's not weird. So like I said, it wasn't like the worst Christmas, it was a bad season of life, because Joe too, I felt bad. Joe's birthday was my grandfather's wake. So, you know, it was supposed to be about him, and obviously it wasn't. And I'll never forget, my cousin Amanda came up to me and she's like, Taylor, that man loves you. She was like, he has not stopped staring at you. I see him coming over to you and asking if you're okay. And she was like, I can see so much love in his eyes. You're so blessed. You're so lucky. And I said, Amanda, do you know what today is? And she said, what do you mean? I said, today's Joe's birthday. She didn't even know that when she gave that compliment to him. She's like, today's his birthday? I said, yeah, today is Joe's birthday. And he is here at my grandfather's wake making sure that I'm okay. So yeah, that was it. He was already in the hospital for Thanksgiving. So that whole Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's was definitely not the best. Number 33, what was the best Christmas you ever had? Probably my second Christmas with Joe. I love Christmas Eve at Joe's mom's house. It's just so much fun, because my parents are just early sleepers. They go to bed early. So whenever we did Christmas Eve with them, it was probably done by 9, 10 o'clock. That's not early, but you know what I mean. And I'd be in bed. And when I met Joe, everything changed, and they stay up till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. They play card games and game boards, and it is so much fun. My first Christmas, I wasn't even aware of that. I didn't know, and I worked at that grocery store I talk about all the time, and I was exhausted, and I fell asleep. I was so mad that I fell asleep because I missed out on such a fun night. So the following year, I prepped myself. I took a nap after work. I drank an energy drink. And I managed to stay up till almost 3 o'clock in the morning. And I was playing game boards with him, his sister, the sister's boyfriend, the mother, the stepfather. It was so much fun. And then I slept over. Every Christmas Eve since then has been great. I mean, there's been moments. 2020 obviously wasn't the greatest year. But I always look forward to Christmas Eve at her house. But I think because that was like the first one. Not technically the first one, it was the second one, but the first one where I actually stood awake, it was just so much fun because it's so different from what my family does. And then, you eat again, like you have 2 dinners. It's crazy. But I love it. I really love it. Number 34, what's your funniest Christmas story? Maybe that night. We played a game called Smartass. I don't know if you guys ever seen that game. I actually went to TJ Maxx the other day. I'm going to show you guys TJ Maxx haul soon. And they had Smartass there. And did I buy it? I was going to buy it, and then I said, I think I have it. And I meant to check my ottoman. I should check, because if I don't, I might go back for it. But I definitely suggest it. It was so much fun. And Joe's stepdad was like, I don't know, even not explaining. He was getting the answers right, but not getting them right. Because I think it was like, name the actor that's in, like, the Titanic, for example. And he was like, oh, it's the guy on Wolf on Wall Street. Like, he was right, but he was wrong because he wasn't saying Leonardo DiCaprio. That's not what happened that night. I'm just giving you, like, a scenario. So he was getting so mad at himself because the answers were right, but they weren't right, if that makes sense. And it was just so much fun. So we laughed all night. Number 35, have you ever had Christmas on your own? No. I come from a big family. Joe comes from a big family. Even in the past when I was in a relationship, he had a smaller family, but I always spent time with them. The only one I would say is like 2020. That Christmas Eve, my dad works at a bakery. He starts at 4 o'clock in the morning. He was exhausted. My mom worked nights, and she had to work that night. So we did nothing. And I was so depressed. It was just me and Joe. That year we couldn't go to his mom's house because I forgot if it was her that had COVID or her husband that had COVID, Joe's stepdad. But she didn't do a Christmas Eve that year. And me and Joe were literally in bed crying, like depressed. So maybe I wouldn't say that was the worst Christmas, because at least I had him and we were together. First Christmas without my Vu was really hard. Without my grandfather. Vu was grandfather in Portuguese. But I guess that was technically Christmas on my own. I was with Joe, but, that was definitely like the loneliest Christmas for sure. Number 36, have you ever had Christmas on the opposite side of the world? No, I have not. Joe's mom, was it last year or 2 years ago? She went to California for Christmas, which is not the opposite side of the world, but it's the opposite side of the U.S. Literally, Mass is on the very end of the East Coast, and California is on the very end of the West Coast. Because like I tell you guys, Joe spent 10 years in California, where he grew up. His dad still has a lot of family out there. Joe's mom still has a lot of family out there. I don't know why I mentioned this, because it has nothing to do with me. But all I was saying is maybe one day I'll end up in California. Or I have family in Canada That's not the other side of the world, and I have family in Portugal. But so far, my Christmases have all been in Massachusetts. Number 37. How important is Christmas to you? It is important. Like I said, it's not so much the holiday, it's like the traditions, it's the memories, and it's like not just the day, it's the lead up. Especially me working at school, I have that whole week off. Like, me and Joe are gonna go do La Salette Shrine one day, we're gonna go do Roger William Lights one day, like we're gonna stay home, watch Christmas movies and do the gingerbread house one day. It's important because winter is tough, life is tough, so why not focus on the good moments like Christmas? Number 38, describe your perfect Christmas morning. My mom does like a lunch. So my morning, I don't usually eat, to be honest with you guys. So I want to be hungry for her lunch. So me and Joe just get to sleep in and we wake up and I usually just eat a little yogurt. And me and him, actually, yeah, that's what we did in 2020. And we woke up and watched Christmas movies all day until my mom's like lunch/dinner or whatever. So yeah, that would be the perfect Christmas morning. Waking up in general is always a great way to start the morning, seriously. Number 39, like, because I told you guys we don't really do gifts on Christmas morning. Even as a kid, we always did on Christmas Eve because my mom worked at a nursing home every Christmas. And even now as adults, we're adults, we know it's not Santa. So we just exchange the gifts at our Christmas lunch. Number 39, what items are on your Christmas bucket list? And like I said, every year we go to La Salette Shrine. Every year we go to the lights at Roger Williams Park Zoo. Every year we do a gingerbread house. That's usually the items that are on my Christmas bucket list. We like to go out, look at Christmas lights. We watch Christmas movies. Number 40, what are your favorite Christmas foods? I love ham. And that is what Joe's mom's doing this year. We just talked about the menu the other day. We don't usually do another turkey. She did that year though, I remember, because obviously the turkey made me cry. But she told me this year she was doing ham, and then she does like a bunch of Portuguese dishes. Me, I'm more focused on the dessert. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I am a dessert queen. Number 41. Would you rather have turkey or ham? Ham. I like turkey, but I just had turkey at Thanksgiving. Give me a good ham. Number 40. Joe hates ham though. Number 42. Would you rather have trifle or Christmas cake? And I guess that's why I like that I can have ham on the holidays, because a ham's way too big. I can't make a ham for just me. Joe won't eat it. It will go to waste. So I never make ham. Anyway, I'm sorry, I skipped around again. What was the question again? Oh yeah, would you rather have trifle or Christmas cake? Like I said, I'm all about dessert. I love cake, but I like trifle too because it's like a layered dessert. Usually has like a whipped cream layer or a pudding layer or a fruit layer. Both sounds good to me. I guess if I had to pick, probably a trifle. Just because there's more flavors there. 43, would you rather have a Christmas lunch or a Christmas dinner? My family does a Christmas lunch, and that is kind of what I prefer, because then sometimes we'll leave there and I'll go visit other family members to wish them a Merry Christmas. But it kind of goes into dinner time. Like, I'll probably leave at my mom's like 5, 6, 7. You know what I mean? Sometimes we even end up eating again. Holidays are very food focused. Don't judge me. Number 44. What Christmas food would you like me to... Oh, that's right. This is like a coupled one that I took. So me and Charmaine changed 2 of the questions because they were couple like questions. So number 44. What Christmas foods do you like to make? I just make the desserts. Or sometimes a dip. My mom focuses on the main meals. Joe's mom focuses on the main meals. She always asks people to bring something. It's a little less for her to make. So she called me this year and she said, oh, can you make the sweets this year? And I said, you got it. And then I actually ordered from a friend of mine who has like a little side business. So I think I will make at least a dip, I think, since I bought a dessert. I saw one. It's sour cream with taco seasoning, corn and beans. Definitely right up Joe's alley. So yeah, I do is like desserts and sides. I don't make any main dishes. Let the mamas do that. One day I'll have to do it. I'll have no choice. Right now, let me get away without doing it, let's see. Number 45. When do you think the Christmas tree should be taken down? So I usually take it down the second week of January. Well, not really. Sometimes I take it down. I keep it up till All Saints Day, which I think is like January 4th. Sometimes I'll end up keeping it up till my mom's birthday. Because my mom's birthday is the second week of January. That was more when we lived with her. Now, one day, I do have a house now. Maybe I can throw her a birthday lunch and the Christmas tree can still be up. But I'm not going to lie. I think The last 2 years, I took it down like New Year's Day or like the day after, only because that's my week off of work. So it's when I have more free time and it's easier, and I can do it like neatly and organized and not be in a rush about it. You know what I mean? Because then right after New Year's, I go back to work and it's like too much. So we'll see this year. I have the day after New Year's Day off, so I'll probably do it that day this year. So it all kind of depends on my vacation, because I work at a school, so I'm lucky I have that time off. Number 46. Should Christmas trees have clear lights or color? They should have whatever your heart desires. It's your house, it's your tree. I prefer clear lights. And if I do a color light, I would rather it be all one color. So like all red or all green. I'm not a big fan of multicolored lights, but like I said, your house, your tree. You do what your heart desires. Number 47. What is the most stressful part of Christmas? Is the to-do list. There is just so much to do. I did all my shopping early, guys, and I still have a never-ending to-do list. I still have to wrap everything. I still have to do some decorating because of the stress I was dealing with at my old job during my 3 weeks notice, because I gave 3 weeks, and trying to get the kids like stuff organized and ready for the new classroom lead to take over, and now trying to adjust at my new job. I still haven't finished decorating at this point. I'm not sure I will. If I do, whatever I do, I'll show you guys. I did do my hot cocoa bar and my kitchen, so I plan on filming that for you guys. Maybe I'll post it like Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, because I already have stuff all scheduled up until then. But I planned on doing more, and I'm a little upset about it, because I always had to say, oh, there's always next year, but there is next year. It's last year sucked because I had just moved in. This year this year was a transition with the new job. I feel like it's always something every year, but hopefully I'm more settled next year. We'll see. Number 48. What's your favorite Christmas movie? I love a few. I love the whole Santa Claus series with Tim Allen, so that's multiple movies. I love Elf. I love Christmas with the Cranks, and I love The Grinch. Those are definitely like my favorite. Are you game to wear an ugly Christmas sweater? Yes, I love ugly Christmas sweaters. Friday is festive day at my school, so we're supposed to wear an ugly Christmas sweater. I have one that says Feliz Navidad, and it's a tree, and then there's a string of lights, but they're little peppers, and the top of the tree has a sombrero, and then the tree stand is a line. It made me think of Joe, and it's like 3D, like the peppers literally hang off the sweater. I'm hoping I can find it. I gotta look through my stuff. And I love just Christmas sweaters in general. They don't have to be like ugly Christmas sweaters. I am literally wearing one every single day, all week long. Today was flannel day, so I wore this. But the rest of the week, I am wearing just the Christmas sweaters, because some of them are hard to do. One of them's like tropical vacation day, and it's like, I don't have a Hawaiian shirt. You know what I mean? Pajama day, I'm going to wear a Christmas sweater with sweatpants, because I never get to wear sweatpants for work. But I'm not going to just go out in my pajamas. I want to try to be a little professional, especially because I'm new at the job. Then another day is like superhero day. I don't have any superhero shirts, so today's the only day I did the actual like day, and then the rest of the week I'm wearing all my Christmas sweaters. Might as well while I can, because then they get put away the week after Christmas. I do wear it after Christmas, like that whole week leading up to New Year's, because that, to me, that's Christmas. Christmas is the week. I think especially I could think differently because I'm off, so I can definitely enjoy Christmas for the week. I know it's different if you go to work. And then 50, the last one. What do you plan to do for New Year's? I have no idea. I literally just had this talk with my mom, because she usually does something at the house, but she'll invite her sister-in-law and her brother-in-law. Yeah, I'm like, huh? My aunt and uncle. I'm not used to saying sister-in-law and brother-in-law. She invites my aunt and uncle over, and they do, I don't know, do I say old people things? That sounds wrong. But I don't know, it's just not that fun to me. I wish I had friends that like threw something together, but I don't. They all kind of go places, and I'm not a big fan of going out on New Year's Eve. There's too many drunk people, too many car accidents. But just staying home, me and Joe, is boring too. So I might look into a place, or maybe try texting some friends. I'm not sure. Every year I do this. I never know what I want to do for New Year's. And then like last year I debated on throwing something here. And I was like, oh, I don't know. You literally just moved in. Do you want to add that stress to yourself? And I did. I threw something here, and everyone left before midnight. I was kind of annoyed. I was kind of upset. So I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't have the greatest friends. And I'm sorry if y'all watching this. You know, people just have busy lives. I get it. I'm not judging anybody. I guess I just should say I don't have friends that I feel like super duper connected to like I used to in the past. So I think that's why I love this channel so much, and I love that I'm connecting to you guys, because the truth is I don't have a lot of people that I can just text or call when I'm struggling. Joe's my person. Like I wanted to go to a drag dinner, which if you don't agree with, that's fine. Just don't argue with me. I wanted to go to a drag dinner that this local restaurant was doing near me. And I sent the information to my friends, and they were all like, oh, yeah, we'll look into the tickets. Let's see. They never texted me the drag dinner came and went, because that's not Joe's thing. And it sucks because I won't go by myself, and I don't really have anyone to go with. So, I think this on a sad note. I love you, Charmaine. Thank you for being my friend. Thank you for all of you who watch my videos and connect with me and communicate with me in the comments. I'm sorry I don't always get back to you. Yesterday I spent like a half hour commenting back to a bunch of comments. I can't scroll all the way back. I would be there forever. You guys know the last 4 weeks have been hard on me. The last 2 weeks of my old job were very hard. The first week at my current job was definitely an adjustment. But know that I do read them. I do read every single one of them. I truly do. And I truly appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have an amazing Christmas, an amazing New Year's. I hope 2023 is amazing for all of us. But yeah, that is basically for this video. I do Mask Mondays every Monday. I do book club videos every Thursday. Tuesday and Wednesdays are my unboxings and hauls, and Friday is a bonus. I usually post, not always though, and when I do, it's usually something different. It'll be like a vlog or a cooking video or a review. Definitely go check out Charmaine's video. I'm definitely curious to hear her answers to these questions. I'm gonna go cook a quick little dinner right now and watch her video while I eat. That's how I get to hang out with her. I wish she was closer to me, because I would love to see Charmaine in person. Maybe one day we can work it out, because I do have family up there. I'm not sure what area of Canada if they're next to her or not. Canada's huge. But anyway, like I said, that's it for this video. If you like the video, you like me, give the video a thumbs up. It helps the YouTube algorithm. If any of the stuff I said sounds good about my content, definitely consider subscribing. It helps with the I'll say it helps the YouTube algorithm. It helps with the channel. The liking helps the YouTube algorithm. And then just comment down below if you feel like answering any of these questions. I always like to get to know you guys a little bit better. But like I said, that is it for this video, guys. Be safe. Have a Merry Christmas.